of pills, have some painkillers and a couple of beers or whatever, some Johnny Walker Red.
I went and found the worst smelling, tasting stuff that I knew or I didn't know from, and it was scotch. And so I drank that scotch for 5 years, and then I switched to something else. But that's how I did start really. My intentions were to kill that pain.
A great day here at Shea Stadium. Joe Willie Namath was activated by the Jets about an hour before game time.
In November 1971, Namath was back in uniform after nearly 14 months. With the Jets hosting the 49ers, he stood on the sidelines as his team fell behind 17-0 in the third quarter.
Holding for Washington, touchdown, he was wide open.
Bob Davis was now our quarterback. And all of a sudden, he's hurt. And I look over and Joe's pulling his jacket off. And I said, holy mackerel, he's coming in.
And listen to this crowd. Here comes number 12.
The applause and the eruption, I think actually had drowned out the jets that were flying overhead. And I can remember being out in that huddle and closing my eyes and pretending it was for me. And it was an ungodly feeling.
A standing ovation for Joe Namath, who is back in action. And they walked it out.
Buddy Ryan, our defensive line coach, he grabs me. He shakes me. You guys on the line better not let anybody touch Joe. You understand? Because if they do, tell them to just go right out the stadium and get the hell out of there because they're off the team.
The first ball he threw, he dribbled it. It was short by like 10 yards. And so we started to scratch our heads and worry a little bit. So, well, maybe Joe isn't ready to go. He kept throwing a few more, and all of a sudden he got things going.
He takes it down the field. Boom, boom, run, boom.
Namath throwing one for capture, final off of the ball.
You could see San Francisco kind of sag. They knew that the gunslinger had just showed up.
Joe Willie is knocked to pass. He throws for the end zone for Eddie Bell.
Namath brought the Jets within 3 points late in the fourth quarter.
Our defense holds. We come down the field again. Dum, dum.
The electricity in the air here is unbelievable. Reminiscent of the Super Bowl even.
The stands, they're going up and down. You can see them shaking up and down. The people going out of their mind. He calls a pass in the end zone to Eddie Bell.
Namath goes back to pass. He's being right through for the end zone. It is intercepted in the end zone. And the 49ers have won the football game.
I just didn't see the safety, I guess, the last pass I threw. We were in striking distance. We gave him a good scare there.
The whole stadium clapped and clapped. For 15 minutes after the game was over, the people were still standing, ovations and screaming. It was the greatest game we ever played and lost.
And Gene Washington goes over, runs all the way across the field to give Joe Namath a pat on the back.
I think it signaled to the fans and to the team and even to Joe that, he's back.
By 1972, it seemed as though Namath was reborn. In beating the Colts, he threw for 6 touchdowns and almost